you live abroad, try to be stingy. Sometimes try the keyword. Imagine traveling to live overseas and returning back home with 0.00 cedis in your bank account. That's very sad, right? These are things that I wish I knew before I traveled outside. And I hope you, as a new traveler or someone who is trying to embark on a traveling journey, should know this before traveling outside, okay? First and foremost, please and please, if you travel, don't focus on solving family problems. It shouldn't be your number one priority. Don't try to be the savior or ajenkwa. It doesn't click. One, you've just traveled, okay? You have to adjust yourself. You have to save that some money. Ask yourself, what if you haven't traveled? Like, won't your family take care of themselves? I'm not saying be stingy and don't give your family, but try and limit it. Assuming you're earning 5K in a month, okay? And at the end of the month, you are sending like 3K home to your family. How much are you going to spend on food? How much are you going to save? So sometimes you should consider all these things when you travel before sending money home to your family, okay? It shouldn't be your number one priority trying to solve all family problems. You can't solve all. You can do some. Just do your part. Play your part. Don't overplay it, okay? That's the first step you have to take note. The second step is control your sexual desires. Control. I'm talking from experience. Listen, when you travel outside, I don't want to mention countries though, but sometimes we are all like, most of us are in our adolescent ages, some are in our 20s, okay? And that's where you feel the urge for sex. If you are not able to control yourself, my brother, you must spend all your money on these stuff. You must spend all your money. As a guy, you spend all your money on hookups, stuff like that, just to satisfy your sexual urge. And at the end of the day, you are not going to save enough money. One thing you should always have in mind, you travel to make a difference. You travel to make a difference. Assuming, there are certain places where getting hookup or something like that is kind of cheaper as compared to other places, okay? Assuming you are working in the US or UK, US, and you are being paid $30 an hour, and you are working 8 hours, okay? Multiply by 8, 33 multiplied by 8, and you are supposed to spend $250 on hookup. That's like 2 days daily wages or like a day wages on hookup. Is it worth it? Like that 30 minutes pleasure, 5 minutes pleasure, is it worth it? I understand some people will say it helps in releasing stress, they are depressed and stuff. But how long are you going to depend on this as a stress reliever? If like every month you are going to see hookup like or 3-4 times, $250, that's $1,000. It can do something beneficial. And those living in the Gulf countries, just multiply 200 every month or 250 every month. Sometimes twice in a month, like 500. Like, please. So guys, as a man, you should learn to control your lust, control your feelings, okay? If you're able to tame your feelings down, I assure you, you can survive wherever you find yourself. That's the second thing you should know when you travel, especially when you're in your 20s. The third one to take note is learn to cut down your expenses. Some of us, you've traveled, like you are living overseas, and you feel as if you are living home. You are living in your home country. When you are buying stuff, you don't check if there is an alternate to what you are buying. You just buy because you are buying, because you feel like you've traveled. You want to live large. And your salary is like 5K and you want to live large. How will you save? How much will you save? This is what has rendered many people who have traveled outside stay more than they wanted to stay. Some people traveled outside just to stay 5 years and they end up staying 10 years. They end up staying 15 years. And now, like in their 40s, they are now coming to get married and stuff like that, okay? So sometimes you should learn to cut down costs. When you cut down costs, you can save enough money, okay? And the fourth one, we should learn to save. Learn to save. If you are living overseas, you are living in the diaspora, it should be your motive, it should be your priority. Learn to save. As you cut down costs, you save. This is one of the main key elements that is going to help you break your financial struggles when you learn to save. You can call someone who has been in abroad or who have stayed overseas for maybe 2 years or 1 year, and you ask how much do you have in your savings account, and he or she can't say anything. And because of that, they can't come home because you've traveled to live overseas for 2 years working, and you can't boast of any account in your savings wallet. It doesn't make sense. So guys, if you are living overseas, listen, forget the past. If you are watching this video, it's time for you to turn up a new page. Learn to save. Okay. And the fifth one we are going to take into account is always utilize public transport. When you are living overseas, sometimes you have to cut down costs, as I said, or expenses. Sometimes when you are moving from place to place, most people prefer Uber, but Uber is very expensive. So learn to use the public transport. It's going to cut down costs. It's cheaper, affordable, and it will get you to your destination as fast as possible, especially using the metro. You should learn to use the metro, especially when you are living in the Gulf countries. Learn to use the metro instead of Uber. Uber is very, very expensive. I'm talking from experience, guys. Metro will cost you like 2 reals. Uber, you can pay like 50 reals depending on the location or something like that. So guys, you should learn to use the metro when you are living overseas or when you are planning to travel overseas. The next one we should take into consideration, don't try to impress people. When you are living overseas, don't try to impress someone who is living in your home country. What will you get from it? Nothing. I'm from Ghana. Why should I impress someone who is in Ghana while I'm living overseas? I'm trying to make ends meet here. Why should I try and impress someone? What? If you want to live your fake life, yeah, fine, but don't try to impress people. At the long run, you might not be able to keep up with the fake life, and it's going to cost you. Fake life is going to cost you, especially when you're not doing it well. Don't try to impress people. Just do whatever you do to make you happy. Don't let people happiness validate your happiness. Don't let your happiness be determined by people who are living in your home country. For all you know, they are even doing their own thing. Nothing is going on for them, and here you are in the diaspora trying to live your life to please them. It doesn't make sense. So guys, don't try to impress people if you are living overseas. That's something you have to take note. Yeah. And our next point, learn to live below your means. Learn to live below your means or below your ends. So assuming you are living in the diaspora and you are earning 5k, okay, learn to live below your means. Live as if you are earning 2k or 3k. Strategize everything. Now, if this is the amount of money you have to send to your family, you send this for food, this for airtime, this for that, and you save the rest. And listen, if you are earning 5k and someone in your home country asks you how much are you earning, tell the person you are earning 3k, so that the 2k will go straight to your savings. You know, people in our home country sometimes try to draw a list for us, especially when you tell someone you are earning 5k, then the person start doing the calculations. Okay, if you are earning 5k, you can send me 100 cedis or 200 cedis every month. It won't do you anything. See, it doesn't make sense. Try to keep it to yourself. Keep it a secret to yourself. How much you're earning, it doesn't concern anyone. You are the one taking care of yourself. You are the one working. You are the one who feels the pain. So try and make certain stuff about you a secret. That's something. If you are earning 5k, keep it to yourself. If someone asks you, I'm earning 3k, I'm earning 3.5k, the 1.5k can rest. If your family asks you, your mom, listen, you are growing up. Very soon you want to put up a family. You want to start your own family. And you can't continue living like this. You can't continue living hand to mouth, hand to mouth. You take your salary and almost 80% of your salary go to your family, 20% for food. What are you saving? Try to live below the means, okay? And I think this will be my last point. Learn to take accountability. Until you take accountability, you are always going to give excuses. If something happens in your life, you'll be like, it's not my fault, it's because of this, it's because of you. Learn to take accountability. Take accountability of whatever you've done, the mistakes, the wrongs. Just take accountability, learn from them, and you proceed. Take accountability. And let me add this. Sometimes when you live abroad, try to be stingy. Sometimes try. The key word is try. Me here, I'm trying. It's not working out, but I'm still working on that. I'm trying. Because sometimes when people see you are very you're a free gifter, like you're a giver and stuff, they try to abuse that one. And every time, hey, send me 50 cedis, send me 100 cedis, send me this, send me that, send me this, send me. At the end of the month, when you calculate, sometimes you end up seeing that the money you've sent to your home country exceeds the money you receive as your salary. It exceeds that money, that amount. I'm talking from experience, guys. I'm talking from experience. So sometimes you should learn to cripple your hands. You shouldn't give out always. Give out if necessary. Give out if necessary. Okay? Give out if necessary. If you find it important, you find it significant where you have to give out, because listen, all of us at a point in time, we have certain friends in our group that each and every time they'll ask us for money. Hey, I've not eaten for 3 days. Can you send me 50 cents? Can you send me 100 cents? Ask yourself, if he hasn't eaten for 3 days, can he even get the strength to call you? And you have that one particular friend, that one particular guy in the family who calls you every day. Like sometimes every 3 days you are getting a call from this guy asking you for 20 Ghana cedis. So assuming we have 30 days in a week, this guy is calling you every 3 days. 3 days making up like 10 days. And every day you are sending this guy 50 cedis. How much is that money? 50 times 10, 500 cedis. Even if you are sending the guy 30 cedis, 30 times 10, 300 cedis every month. And that guy is not the only guy who is going to call you. You also have some friends you have to sort out, you understand? Once in a while, maybe 20, 30, 20, 30. And you end up exceeding the amount of money you earn working overseas. And sometimes I really pity my friends living in the Gulf countries, because the Gulf countries is different from living in the US. US, you are paid in dollars, okay? And the rate is higher. So sometimes when you convert and you are sending someone 200, 100 cedis, it doesn't affect you that much. But assuming you are living in Dubai, where the rate is times 3, and you are being paid like 1,300. 1,300 times 3 is approximately 4.3k or 4.2k. And you are sending people 150. How much are you going to spend on food? How much are you going to spend on airtime? How much are you going to spend on transport? Guys, please, with all due respect, this video is not to tell you that you shouldn't give others or something. No, just have a limit to everything you do. If you are giving, have a limit. Know your budget. Know your monthly budget. When your salary comes, know I'm saving this amount, I'm sending home this amount, I'm giving out this amount. And when the amount you are giving out is finished, whoever asks you money, I don't have, you have exceeded the amount. I wish I knew this. But it's never too late. So guys, please, if you find this video helpful, kindly subscribe, turn on the bell notification, and watch this particular video over here. And please guys, life in Qatar, touring around, visiting nice places. If you want to enjoy, you don't want to miss the fun, don't forget to subscribe. My name is John Alat, and I was your host for today's edition. What I wish I knew before traveling. Stay tuned. Bye bye.